Greetings and salutations. This is the voice of Loquacious of Herd, bringing you his afterthoughts on My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 5, Episode 16, titled Made in Manehattan. I heartily suggest you find and watch the episode itself, sans commentary, before proceeding with either this Afterthoughts review or viewing my full reaction, which is hosted at the link in the description. Be warned, this Afterthoughts review will contain spoilers for the episode. With that out of the way, a note before we move on to the review itself. This spoken herd review will be relatively brief, as there was a more extensive written herd segment produced for this episode. That written herd segment is available in Google Drive, under details, in the Blind Reactions description. 2015's month of Raritimber draws to a close with Made in Manehattan, the last of 3 Rarity-centered episodes. This one's a map episode to boot. The plot device, the cutie map, has summoned Rarity and Applejack, sending them to Manehattan to deal with a friendship emergency. What an odd couple to send. But, given that the cutie map would seem to be an extension of the Tree of Harmony, and said tree certainly seems to know what it's doing, trusting it seems like a good plan. Off they go. Applejack isn't exactly comfortable in the big city, and without the support of all of her friends, it seems she's having a harder time of it than on earlier group excursions there. The hunt for the problem yields a lead, and plenty of background fun bits along the way, with that lead being Coco Pommel. It's nice to see Coco again. She's exceedingly cute and sweet. She also lays out the problem with the local neighborhood theater offerings, a seasonal bit of friendly fun intended to bring the community together, but one which has fallen on hard times. While Coco herself has stepped up, she's only one pony, and community support seems to have faded. Rarity and Applejack leap into action. Admittedly, their attempts to round up more aid from the locals in the neighborhood goes nowhere with all due haste. Then their attempts to manage the whole production themselves falls well short of workable. In the end, they downsize, and the result? It draws in the crowd. It reminds the local ponies that there are little things they can do for one another to help foster a sense of friendliness and harmony in their little section of Manehattan. And this had been the real problem, as Applejack realizes. Not the lack of a play, but the lack of community engagement. Fixing everything and putting on a showy production, that would have been an entertainment. Making do and going small, that was both an entertainment and a badly needed inspiration. Problem solved. Ponies head for home, and 2015's month of Raritimber draws to a close. When I first saw this episode, I had to wonder, given that this episode references the Sisterhood Social, an event that both Rarity and Applejack had to skip due to this friendship emergency in Manehattan, would we learn what transpired in their absence from Ponyville? I would be interested in seeing something like that. If you wish to see my full reaction to My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 5, Episode 16, titled Made in Manehattan, the link, as I mentioned earlier, is in the description. Feel free to leave any comments or likes for that reaction here on this Afterthought review. In addition, the full text of the original written herd segment for my blind reaction to Made in Manehattan is available in Google Drive under details in the video's description. And until next time, as always, kindly remember, y'all are awesome. Stay awesome.